Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Hold on a second. What the heck? Hold on a second. What's going on with this thing? Hold on a second. I'm trying to... Why are you doing this? What is going on? Hold on 1 second. Something isn't working right. Let's try this again. Okay. Hopefully this works better. Okie dokie. Good evening. Hope you all, or good morning, I guess. Hope you're all doing well. It is currently 4:09 a.m. here in the Boston area. I guess it means it's really 5:09 a.m. and then daylight savings turned it into 4:09 a.m. So yeah, good morning. It's 4:09 a.m. in the Boston area on Sunday, November 6th, 2022. I can't quite fall asleep, so I figure maybe I'll play some Genshin Impact. I am trying to play Genshin from the lying down on the couch. So I'm not in front of my desk, but I'm using like, what do you call it? Like I've got my keyboard and mouse are wireless, and the headphones are running all the way from, are wired, but they're running all the way from where my desk is to the sofa, so yeah. I'm actually not in front of the webcam. I'm trying to do this without being in front of the webcam, hoping that works. Yeah. But let's turn on Genshin Impact though. Starting the game. I can hear one of my cats snoring. Hello, Brandy. How are you? Ah! How are you doing? Let's switch to Genshin. There we go. I'm lying on the sofa because my sciatica is acting up, causing me some pain and discomfort in my lower back, like really low on my back, like pretty much like right around the back of my butt area. Let's see here. Oh, it's 4 a.m. here. Oh, because daylight savings. Normally this is 5. Oh, I see, I see, I see. Okay. Hey, Cloudy. Yeah, so my lower back is hurting. kind of like, like where you're
Boats
right,
are
right
made for
around
transferring
the top of
commodities
your
back
butt
and forth,
cheeks.
and those that come
Uh,
across Lior tend to stay a while, though
yeah,
it is where many things come to settle.
it's because I have a little bit of a, what do you call it?
Osmanthus wine
A
tastes the same
kind
as
of
I
like a
remember,
slipped disc that's putting
but where are
pressure
those who
on my
share the
sciatic
memory?
nerve. The sciatic nerve kind of runs from your like lower spine, um, from your lower spine through your butt, down your down your thighs, into your knees, and down to your feet. So
Every
when you
journey
get a
has its
slipped
final
disc
day. Don't rush.
putting pressure on the sciatic nerve, it can cause you pain at that spot as well as anywhere down below. So when my sciatic nerve acts up, uh, I feel pain around the back, lower back, in
Osmanthus
the butt
wine tastes
cheeks,
the same as I
down my
remember,
thighs, and into my knees.
but
It really
where are
sucks.
those who share the memory?
It's 10, wait, it's 10 a.m. where you're at? It, it would have been 5 a.m. here, except there's this thing called daylight
Where do you
savings
want to go next?
that Benjamin
If you'd
Franklin
like to see
invented,
Liyue's
so
tourist
that
marks,
like
I
half
have
the
a few
year,
references.
to because I guess of how much sun is going on, uh, due to the seasons, like we'll either advance forward an hour or skip back an hour. So 24 hours ago it would have been 5 a.m., but because of daylight savings, it's actually 4 a.m. here now. But I hope you're all doing well. Um, for those who are not aware,
Every journey has its final day.
let me hit escape so that Zonly doesn't keep talking over me. But yeah, for those who are not aware, this coming Saturday, I am leaving. I'm taking a break from grad school. I'm taking a break from gaming and streaming because it looks like my mom's cancer has come back. A couple hours ago, no, sorry, a couple of years ago, uh, I had taken the, well, not quite a couple, but almost a couple years ago, I took a break at that time uh, because she had to have surgery to remove a malignant a malignant tumor, and then she had like about 2.5 months of radiation therapy. Um, and since then, she's been seeing the oncologist every 6 months and getting a mammogram because this is breast cancer, by the way, and getting checked on. Well, she had a checkup a few weeks a few weeks ago, and the oncologist found a 8 millimeter mass, uh, pretty much around the same area that she had her original surgery. So it looks like the cancer came back, and the one problem is that that area has already been exposed to a lot of radiation. So we're not sure if it's safe for her to get that area re-irradiated because, you know, the, uh, there's only a certain amount of radiation they recommend that you can get exposed to over the course of your lifetime in any particular spot, and that might be risking it. And so mom's worried that they might have to go with chemo instead, because chemo is a is like a giant mallet that attacks your entire body rather than a precision instrument, you know. But yeah, I'm going to be taking a break for a few months to help care for her because if it's like last time, you know, she had difficulty getting out of bed because of the pain of the surgery. She probably will need another surgery to try to remove this new mass. And then if she does get radiation therapy, then like based on the last time she had radiation therapy, she was like the radiation made her feel very physically weak. It was hard for her to walk. She felt not steady on her feet, so yeah. So for those of you who missed the announcement I made earlier, yeah, I'm going to be flying out and they removed like when Brandy when they did the surgery. So the location of the cancer is like at this kind of like at where the torso meets the breast. So it's not like it's in the it's not like it's in the large fatty part of the breast. It's more like it's at the periphery of the breast. It's actually at a location that's difficult for a mammogram to detect because when you have a mammogram done, your breast is kind of put into like almost like a horizontal vice. Um, or you can kind of think of it like sticking it between two uh, waffle plates, cooking plates might make most sense. Uh, but because her thing is in the oh where did my avatar go? Hold on a second. Um, but because of that, the mass being at that edge location, it's not really getting into where the detection part is, if that makes any sense. Oh, that, what the heck is going on with my VTuber avatar? This is really weird. I don't know what's going on with, okay. Um, okay, maybe we'll just ditch the VTuber avatar for now, because it's acting weird. Um, it could also be because I am actually not in front of the webcam. I am, yeah, I'll just turn off I'll just turn off I'll hide the VTuber avatar for now. Yeah. But yeah, because my sciatica is bothering me, I'm not in front of my, I'm not at my desk in front of the webcam. I'm lying on a sofa, off to the side, so, yeah. Hey, Giggly Water. Yeah, but, I have the, hey, Angels. Yeah, my VTuber avatar is not up because I am, not in front of the webcam. I'm lying down at the sofa because my sciatica is bothering me. Actually hurts quite a bit. Um, but yeah, yeah. My mom and I have opposite. Like, my mom does have, like, she's a C cup, and, I should say, she's an American C cup. Um, yeah, her, yeah, so she can have her breast in the thing, and for her it hurts to go through a mammogram because your breast is literally being squeezed. Um, but yeah, in this case, the mass was detected not through the mammogram because of the location of the mass being so close to, like, to the more close to the armpits than, well, under the armpit rather than being like in the more fatty tissue of the breast. So yeah. Oh, yeah, because yeah, Angels, because I'm hurting quite a bit. I'm lying down and not in front of the webcam. Uh, and I didn't want to I didn't go through the trouble of moving my webcam over. Actually, because I'm lying down, I don't know how I would position it to view at me, but anyways. Um,
Don't rush.
but let's
Where do you want to
see
go
if we
next?
can
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots,
do this
I have...
questy. Okay. Akasha pulses, the Kalpa flame rises.
a few references.
Let's do this. Since I am leaving on Saturday, um, to care for my mom and will be away for a few months. Why is this not trying? There we go. Yeah, but since I'm going to be away for a few months and I'm not going to have my gaming streaming desktop with me, I wanted to at least try to finish this Archon quest before I leave. Me? I am,
Every journey
like,
has its final day.
practically
Don't
no
rush.
cup. I don't get it. Maybe my mom is right. Maybe I did get switched at birth at the hospital. Actually, what team do I want to go with? Let's... I've actually been really... Oh, where'd my mouse go? There it is. I've actually been really kind of enjoying this group. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. You wish you were in no cup, Brandy?
So early! But why isn't anybody talking?
I wish I had bigger breasts. Like I remember, going through puberty and going like, okay, they haven't shown up yet. Maybe they'll show up a little bit later. Nope, still haven't shown up. Nope, still haven't shown up. God, they're never showing up, are they? Like, I'm usually... Oh, you're an 8. Oh, wow. Okay, that is quite sizable. Yeah, for me, like, there are some outfits that just don't work when you have, like, no breasts. Like, I either am wearing padded bras or I'm wearing no bra at all, depending on the outfit.
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Deha, why haven't they released you yet? I want to wish for you.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
So the problem is, Brandy, is I already have back problems. Um, I suffer from sciatica, which is basically when you have kind of like a slip disc in your lower spine that's pressing against the sciatic nerve, basically around like that's kind of like around like your like between your butt cheeks, the top of your butt cheek area. Uh, yeah, so I'm experiencing lower back pain uh, intermittently, but right now it is on, and when it's on, oh boy, does it hurt. Yeah, but I suffer from sciatica, which sucks. I do have a medication that I'm prescribed that helps with the pain somewhat, but it also makes you very constipated, which sucks. Um, yeah. So I take an inordinate amount of like fiber and sodium docosate, and sometimes uh, psilocides on occasion in order to counteract that effect. Uh, I also have a bit of a neck injury um, from, uh, let's just say that, like, there are some sex positions that you should not do uh, that put too much strain on your neck. Let's put it at that. Um, uh, Angels, I'm good for now. As it currently stands, I'm like there isn't a whole lot of activity one way or the other, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, so Brandy, you know how there's like that what do you call it, jackhammer position where the guy is standing up and you're you got your head on the ground and the guy is kind of putting his weight on you uh, because uh, well, let's just say there is a little bit uh, too much downforce going down onto my neck at the time. So yeah, but that ended up causing a slip, a disc to slip in my neck. Um, that applied pressure to my spinal cord, um, such that I was experiencing like neuropathy. And, and because of that, I started to experience kind of this like you know pins and needles feeling uh, in my hands, arms, and legs at the time. So because the slip disc was putting pressure into the spinal cord in my neck. So I actually had surgery done. What surprised me was even though the injury was on the neck, on the spine up to the neck, the surgeon, the neurologist, actually did an incision along the front right side of my neck. So somehow, I don't know how it works, but somehow an incision there in order to access the spine. Yeah, I have no idea how that quite works, but yeah. So I have a cut scar, but the surgeon did endeavor to try to uh, put do the incision along the like the skin neck crease between where the head and neck meet. But yeah, yeah. So 6 injuries. Also, I find that in regards to the sciatica, sometimes being in cowgirl position can aggravate that. So, yeah, there have been times when I've been in cowgirl and I'm like, okay, no, 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 like my sciatica starts to get aggravated. Oh, my Nahida? Hold on. My Nahida is a work in progress. I'll show you after this dialogue stuff.
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
I have no
The
idea what
point
they're
of
talking about.
discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Okay. Uh, is it still more cutscenes? Uh-oh. It's all black. Is anything happening? It's still all black. Is this a... Oh, there we go.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
Brandy, apparently not flexible enough. Like, yeah, but, yeah, not flexible enough because, well, I had to have surgery because of it. So, yeah. And I will say this. My mom does not know about the surgery. Thank goodness that MIT's health insurance is very good. But yeah,
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your
Yeah, but
reaction, things
I
must have
wouldn't,
gone quite well.
I wouldn't mind, I would like some breasts, like, a B cup would be more than enough for me. Like, when you have no breasts, like, hell, even like an A cup would be something. I'm not asking for much. God, Mother Nature, whatever higher power is out there, just a little bit. But yeah, I don't, I'm not big on the idea of like getting implants. I'm just like, number one, I'm a poor grad student, so that's an expense I could not really afford to begin with. But also, I'm I'm allergic to pain. I hate pain. I have a low pain threshold. So, yeah.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
I wouldn't mind having Candace Kandake, whatever you pronounce her name. I wouldn't mind having Russ her size. That would be nice. You lost 5 pounds last month. Congratulations, Brandy. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, but the problem is, Brandy, that not only do I have like no breasts, I'm also short. I am 4 foot 10.5 inches tall. Apparently, I am half an inch taller than what is the cutoff for what is medically defined as a dwarf. So I end up looking like a kid. I have been stopped by campus police before because they thought that like someone underage was roaming around campus. But anyway. No, not really, Angels. Padded bra is the extent of what I use.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing.
She is a very motherly character.
Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care.
I love her outfit. I especially love this bird design on her back. That is really nice. In some respects, it kind of almost reminds me of like Wonder Woman's outfit. You know, that also has a kind of a bird design on it. Although I guess that's on the front of hers. But anyway.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Okay, so Angels was asking about how my Nahida, about my Nahida. So this is my Nahida, level 69, of course, because that's what the rest of the crew is like. 69, 69, 69, 69, 69, 69, 69, 69, 69, 69. Most of my characters are 69 for the memes. Yeah. But yeah, Nihida's 69. I'm currently using Wandering Even Star on her. For the Elemental Mastery and because it converts part of it to attack. Right now I'm using 4-piece Deepwood Memories on her. And she has 478 EM. I know it's not very high, but the artifacts I've been getting haven't been helping much. Right now she has 53 crit rate, 115 crit damage, no recharge to speak of, 61.6% danger damage. I've basically built her largely as a on-field because she needs much more EM if she's an off-fielder. But yeah. Right now, this is my best Dendro flower for her with no EM. This one at least has 75 EM, not too bad, and a lot of attack. Terrible crit stats though. An okay EM Sans. No EM goblet, so I'm using a Dendro goblet with some crit stats in it and attack, and crit rate circlet that has a little bit of EM and quite a bit of crit damage because I didn't have a good EM circlet for her. Let's see here.
Boats are made for transferring.
1 second, I'm just checking chat. Because I'm not at my desk, I don't have the dual screen set up where game is one screen and chat is another screen. I'm actually right now using a cheap $40 projector. Because I'm lying down on the sofa, I'm projecting onto my ceiling. But because of that, game, chat, everything is there, so I'm having to alt-tab between looking at game and looking at chat. So when I'm looking at game, I can't see chat at all. But anyway, let me see what people have said here. Let's see. Angel says they are your skin color and it comes... it's alright. Brandy says you had that done. A cop stopped you when you were riding a moped. Asked if you were 12. Yep, I have the same problem. I've been stopped because people think I'm in like middle school or high school, even though I'm 27. Use Sackfrags and heard it's good. Yeah, Sackfrags has more elemental mastery, but the passive on Sackfrags is like not very useful for Nihida. I chose my Nihidas using that one weapon that I forgot the name of already. Having bad memory sucks. Yeah, I'm using this one just because it has less EM, but the passive, Nihida can use the passive as well as the rest of her team, so yeah. Anyways.
And those that come across Leo
It's fine.
tend to
It's
stay a
fine.
while. So it is where many things come.
Stay safe, everyone. I'll be here, praying for you. Good luck.
Oh, Cloudy, how are you doing? Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. New cutscene.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Yay, we're friends with a faction of the Erudites, was it?
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
I forgot what the plan is, but alright.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
Let me just double check chat. How did I get my weapon? from the gacha.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar.
Uh-huh. Feeble scholar my ass. But I hope all you guys are doing well.
But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Oh, sorry. The sciatica pain really sucks. Ugh.
Being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
And I have a prescription for a medication for the sciatica pain called cyclobenzaprine. It's technically a muscle relaxant, as I understand it, but it's I guess the main drug that is usually given for this condition to manage pain. It helps, but the big problem with it is that it takes like 8 hours for it to start, from the time you take the pill until you start feeling the effects. And like it lasts for maybe 8 to 10 hours of effectiveness, and then it very quickly wears off. So you end up going from, oh, I feel fine, I don't feel much pain at all, to, oh, I'm hurting a whole lot within like 15 minutes, which really sucks. There are a few EM weapons out there, angels.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy.
Hold on.
Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me.
He has a very good-looking face, and I like his hairstyle. I'm not exactly keen on his, like, his outfit's
Do you
okay,
remember the record we saw in the King
but not
Desert
great.
ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge.
I think it's his forearms that
You have a good
his
memory.
exposed forearms that I'm not liking. Like, I think I would have liked to see him in sleeves, or maybe bare-chested, but
Forbidden
yeah, I
knowledge
don't
has the
know.
power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some
Okay,
time,
it's not
was never
bad.
once informed of this.
I don't know. I kind of wish it was cut a little different here. Rather than here, maybe cut like this, maybe? Anyway.
I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsol's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Oh, that's an interesting revelation. Let's leave about this as
Wait,
possible.
why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
She said the key to solution contained within the remaining consciousness. Okay.
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsol can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Okay. Let me double check with chat. Yeah, so EM weapons, since you were asking. Oh, I'm literally lying down on my couch with a wireless keyboard in on my lap, and I'm using like the part of the couch as a mouse pad for my wireless keyboard. But yeah. Weapons. So, EM weapons. Actually, there is like Magic Guide, which is actually a pretty good EM weapon. Like, at level 70 it gives 154, which is more than my level 70 Wandering Even Star, even though this is a 4-star weapon and Magic Guide's only 3-star. Though a level 70 Magic Guide with 154 is less than the 182 from a level 70 Sacrificial Fragments. Yeah, but Magic Guide can work as a thing. And if you are on a team that has Hydro Electro, you know, this weapon can give you a nice little bonus damage. So, Magic is a decent 3-star option, depending on your team and whatnot.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots.
Yeah,
I have
it
a
does,
few
but the
references.
problem with Woodsith,
Osmanthus wine takes the
Sith is yeah, here, yeah, Woodsith. So it's a crit damage weapon. Every 30 seconds, when you take the field, you can get a 10-second buff that is random. You can either get an attack bonus, or a elemental damage bonus, or an elemental mastery bonus. Now the bonus is pretty large, but the thing is that the bonus is random, and it's 10 seconds available, and then you have to wait 20 seconds for it afterwards for it to come back. So you only get 33% uptime. And it requires you to switch in. So, like, if you switch in, but it's only been 29 seconds have passed, then you're going to have to switch out and switch back in again in order to get the buff. So, you have to make sure that you're switching in after 30 seconds in order to get the buff to apply. So, it's enough of a logistics headache that I just don't bother with it this most of the time. But that's just me. Mappa Mare has a very low elemental mastery value. Um, so I don't usually use it. Actually, I've never used it because it's got the lowest EM of
Boats are
the
made for transferring commodities back and
EM
forth,
weapons.
and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while.
Where are we going? Okay. Oh, that's pretty close to there. Teleporting.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes. We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good.
Yes, I do.
Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
It's going to suck our
You want
brains.
us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Hey, Brandy, you were frozen? Oh, as in the stream froze? Or do you mean that you were like... Actually, I don't know what...
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now,
Okay.
open your eyes.
Oh. Sharing Wi-Fi with his parents? Oh, I see.
Here,
What's this?
read it out loud.
Some stirring words are... Oh, okay. Although you don't quite understand the purpose
It's
of
done.
this... All right. I hate that that text goes so fast. I'm not a speed reader. It went by too
Is your
quickly.
head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
Doesn't the academia have the ability to look and search through all the stuff recorded into the Akasha?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
Well, we have the internet. That's kind of like our Akasha.
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
They're not hooked up. Your net yet. Been over a month. Well, I hope you get your own net soon.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Go to Caravan Ribbit. Ribbit. Meet up with someone. Okay. Ba-ba-bum. I wonder how long this Archon quest will take.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Al-Haytham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Oh, infighting.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove.
Oh dear.
I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
Oh, that's kind of sweet. They still charged you even though you're not hooked up, Brandy? What a scam! Holy cow!
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
We should respect the determination of Raman and his comrades.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important.
1 second here, just checking something. Maybe this will work. Test, 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 test. Okay. I guess this kind of works. We'll see if it stays up. As I'm alt-tabbing between apps.
We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Talk to the soldiers.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al Akmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Okay, I'm kind of enjoying how this story's unfolding. Very cool. You look so commanding when you're working.
Because this is work.
You're much more friendly to us.
Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. and I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
It is interesting what they're discussing about modeling behavior is very related to things like data science and such ideas as like reinforcement learning in artificial intelligence.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembourg.
Luxembourg. Oh. From Luxembourg.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Construct next to her? Wait. Paimon's considered a construct?
Beep! Construct! Beep!
Really?
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Well, that explains the battle between the green Eremites and the red Eremites in the trailer we saw for 3.2.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
Yes, it does feel pretty good.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Okay. Wait until the appointed time. 2 days later, huh? Zoom. Day 1. Day 2. Yeah. Sciatica sucks. It really does hurt a lot. It is possible to get surgery to try to treat sciatica, but because it involves the spine, there's always some risk involved. And yeah.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Pain, lots of pain.
Look! Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
Is it possible this is a trap?
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Stabilize. Can't see.
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too much. You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
I'm not used to seeing AI, NPCs fight each other like this. Is this the first time I've ever seen NPCs fight each other this way?
Come a little closer. Spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
Gather.
Oh, there's a time limit to this fight. Okay, interesting.
I will have order.
Squish.
Enshroud.
Let's move out. Rust and rebound.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes, things went perfectly.
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Yay! Oh, next questy thing. Let's see here. Hey JTC. Brandy, I've seen a doctor and that's why I'm on the, prescription I'm on.
We're here!
It's
Dia.
about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
She did clothes shopping while waiting. She is like me. Although she has boobs and I don't. Anyway, I wonder if when they finally make her available in the gacha, is she gonna be a 4-star character or a 5-star character? I have no idea.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
Let's see.
Well, where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, It would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard.
I didn't expect you to become my bodyguard.
You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want? Paimon's not sure we can afford it.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm.
I wonder if Deha says the same thing when you play the male traveler.
There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis DI.
Okay. That's a ways away.
He's over there! Let's go say hi! Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
Tainari, I want to ask you about something.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me?
Have you ever met the Doctor?
The
I want to know
doctor,
where he is.
huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Academia. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me.
Even though we kind
You
of
don't
are?
need to tell me
a
anything you
little?
don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him.
Do you think he'll just give up on her?
I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
Another flashback?
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return.
I wonder what
Luckily,
happened.
there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
That was cryptic.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can't believe he is actually leaving Sumeru.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Okay.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me.
Why is that?
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it.
Interesting.
Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, it still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis Di?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly, they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought.
What? What did you think?
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Okay. Oh, that's actually quite far away. I thought it was kind of close, but it's actually quite a distance away. Okay, we're going to teleport.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
Huh.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Closer? How much closer can I get? I mean, he's right there. In the water, maybe? Okay. How do I get closer without drawing unwanted attention? Uh-oh. Am I gonna drown? Am I gonna drown? Is that what's gonna happen here? Uh-oh. Well, we're now on their boat. Wait, how close am I? Where? Oh, it wants me to go there. Okay, it's not that it wants me to get closer. It wanted me to go to a specific spot. Say what you mean. Okay, we're gonna have to try to not drown. Okay, let's try this again. So apparently closer is over here somewhere. What? That's not closer.
This place will do.
That's
We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
That's not closer at all.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
He saw us.
And he waved.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago, but now they've vanished.
So this was a trap.
There's nobody around
Wait,
us.
don't tell me that.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
One connected her consciousness to the melody.
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
Okay, I don't know how they arrived at that conclusion, but okay. They are smarter than me, apparently. Be safe, Brandy. We can teleport. Can they teleport? I feel like we should be able to beat them because we can teleport.
Party's DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Party's DI for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a Forest Watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Ooh,
Then
a
it
fight?
seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Tighnari, are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari, beat him up! Hold the line!
Solidify! Enshroud!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer.
This is order. Solidified.
Can't see?
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Stabilize.
I'll uproot you! We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in.
She appears turned, but why is she so still? She's just sleeping?
Well, how is she?
Everything's fine. She sounds
Oh,
sick.
that's good.
Uh-oh, what just happened?
So, you think this is over?
Oh, the Paladier's here.
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia.
What did he do to Hypatia?
I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right? That's impossible.
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch.
But why?
I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, traveler! What are you doing?
Come on, please
My
stay put.
deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable.
Boy, what a turn.
Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having, so here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance.
Probably true, actually.
Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower?
confusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The Doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the Doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon hears thunder!
Thunder, could it be the Valdir?
That person Paimon couldn't see was the Valdir? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while.
He's become louder, but somehow even more deranged.
Where is the storm headed?
It can't be. Is it Baldur using the Gnosis to change the weather?
Outside is in danger! Let's go! Tighnari and Dia still must be fighting! Oh! Have the Fatui retreated?
Why is he glowing lightning?
Hey! What happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there. Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Not me. I am a pain pussy.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to and left Sumeru in a hurry.
Also have a theory. The Baldur is the reason why the doctor... I think the Baldur is the reason why the doctor is targeting Akasha. Akasha is connected to Baldur and everything is past.
Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So, what could be there?
For now, I'm still not really sure.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the Balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Is it possible for Tainari to be possessed by the Balladeer through that lightning strike?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Okay. 1900 to 2100 hours, huh? Achievements. Let's set the clock. Oh, that works. Hey, Mohammed. That was the first line you heard. Wait, what was the first line you heard? Wait, what was the first line you heard, Mohammed? What? Wait, what? What the heck? Hold on. Go to the Grand Bazaar.
Osmanthus wine.
Nope. Nilo is busy with the quest warm. Wait. I can't move on because of a Nilo quest? Is that that's what it's saying? Characters currently... Okay...
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
If I hit V... No, that didn't it. Huh. Leo is busy completing the quest, The Warm Rhythm of the Streets.
Osmanthus
Warm
wine tasting.
Rhythm of the Streets. I guess we have to do this one now.
Same as I remember. But where are those?
Oh, what a detour. Wrong button. I keep trying to hit V, but I keep hitting... Nope. That's not V. That's B. Oh, B. B is in boy. Wait, underneath me? Oops. No.
Miru! It's nice to see you again! Oh, hey there, Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for some shopping too? That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus Festival turned out to be a grand success. And so, the theater wants to host a celebration event. Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time.
Celebration event?
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself. We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks? Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone. Ah, so we'll need to bring a present. Hey! Paimon's gonna put you in a box first! It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater. Is something up? Yeah, but for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover. I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said. All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up. She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater.
Hopefully she'll get better.
It's all thanks to you and Nilu that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
I just didn't want her to have any writs. Just
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all. Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event?
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time! What do you think, Traveler?
Alright, then let's head to the theater. Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
Whoa, did you buy all of this, Milu?
I'll be right back. I am in need of going to the bathroom. I've been needing to pee for a little whiles now, and I can't hold it anymore, so, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Just finished using the restroom. Gosh, it's already 6:30 a.m. here. We've been shooting for about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much.
That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time. I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time.
So this isn't even all of it?
Are you sure?
Of course! Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for her, right, Traveler?
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead. Well, let's hurry up and grab the last few things, so we can get back to the theater.
Okay.
Oh, well if it isn't Nilu.
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you still have any food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I reserved some food for you in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
Please allow me to introduce them. This is the Traveler, a very experienced adventurer. And this is Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper.
No. Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler! She introduced Paimon correctly!
Don't underestimate Nilu. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin?
What's that?
What a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too?
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod. Who doesn't enjoy some good food?
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste. I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take back to the theater.
You made so much. Is it really okay to take them all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory. Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
I'm starting to understand how you got so many things.
Yeah, everyone has their own.
Nilu, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Jude said that some Sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilu, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
So they really do eat anything, huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things. The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread. So even if a sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a full day.
You've tested this before?
But of course! How else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one time was an accident. I wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some, now's a good time. Buy 2 bolts and get 20% off.
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Traveler?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need. Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom. Our Nilu here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize 2 things. 1, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And 2, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now. Nilu, why don't you take them?
Huh? No, I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods again? Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
Wow, even we get a share of this?
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
There's still one more store. Are you alright holding on to that much stuff? Paimon, why don't you lend a hand? She must be tired.
About time, Nilu. Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before. Ah, weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yeah, and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath. I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
Wow, it's beautiful. Did you make it?
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you. Oh, right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
It fits perfectly.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest.
Fascinating? Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great! Please and thank you. But we have a pro now!
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
You're so obvious that even Nilu saw right through you.
Shut it. Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either.
Whose bad side?
Including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my strength has its limits.
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular. Strength and balance are both really important for a dancer.
No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things. The Traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload.
Go
Paimon
to
can't
theater, huh?
fly anymore.
Are you
Paimon's good to keep going. But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Oops. Sorry, I did one of those long blinks.
Oh, it sure was a lot of stuff. Oh, looking forward to the event later.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumpter Man. Paimon's definitely going to eat it all back later.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer. Of course. Because everyone's working here together. We're all like neighbors, so we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a business.
With this many freebies being thrown at you, you probably don't need to work.
I felt so guilty at first, like I always owed someone something. I was always thinking of ways to repay others. Later on, I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Afshin said. By taking the freebies, I was helping everyone out and saving them money. When you order the wrong item, or make too much of something, sometimes the best way to maximize the value of those goods is to give them away. That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us repay others by helping them when they need it.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back and forth anymore. So really, don't worry about it. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zubair and do a little bit of prep. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some other people at the theater. Nope. Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You two are our guests, so please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
Wow, the atmosphere here is so nice. Let's take a break and immerse ourselves in this warmth. Hey there!
Ah, a newcomer. Doesn't look too bright.
Hey! Talk about judging a book by its cover!
You, on the other hand, you're a special one. How would you describe the concept of art? Mere curiosity is all. It makes no difference whether you answer or not. So that's what you think, Unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional. Is art a product that we create and bring forth? Or is it a naturally existing resource? I, for one, believe it to be the latter.
Paimon doesn't follow.
I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of my time I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of Nilu, and of humanity itself, all of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
Do with us?
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the meaning of art? I suppose that question was a little too difficult for you.
You think?
Chance upon a spark of inspiration. I have been closely observing you, the players on the stage, and those watching in the audience. Art is already all around us.
No reason. Just mixing it up a little. Okay, that's one.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilu move some stuff. Are you two also here for the celebration event?
You got it!
My name is Raykar. Nadia and I are this theater's prop engineers. I also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping. The little ones causing a ruckus are my children, Soreen and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you. They always get really excited every time we hold a celebration event. Yes, they are. Everyone here takes great care of them. There's good work here, the pay's always on time, and Nilu and the others will often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
It's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an accident. Material struggles can always be overcome, but ever since then, I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else.
Aww.
But I still consider myself lucky. Mr. Zubair has helped me a lot, and the atmosphere here is tolerant and kind.
Sorry for bringing up such sad memories.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Once the event starts, you'll be able to see for yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about.
Wrong button. There we go.
Stabilize.
Wrong button again.
What? Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please. I see. Sorry for my overreaction. I'm just, making a prop. No time for chit-chat.
Is that embroidery?
No. Well, yes. But not really. It's a prop. It's just, some fabric. An ordinary piece of fabric that we use in a show. Sorry. I really do need to focus and start working on it.
What an oddball! Is prop making something to be that jumpy about? Oh well, it's none of our business. Look! Milu's back!
What the?
Meet up with her! The event's probably about to start.
No, I'm getting all blocked by so many different quests. That sucks. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I think I'm going to call it a night, well, a morning. It's 7 a.m. here. 8 a.m. biologically, since daylight savings was last night.
Tastes the same as I remember.
Okay.
But where are those who share?
I think I'm gonna pause the stream here and work on this later. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have a great Sunday. Have a great Sunday.